Stop, you're gonna make me cry.
I told you.
Okay.
It's funny though, because Renee, they don't see heart to heart Renee a lot. So they're like, oh, she cries.
Let's see.
My name is Renee Bonilla. I am currently the Director of Operations for the Elevate Ave Group. I love to sing, I love to snowboard. Super excited for that right now. I love to spend time with family. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. So life before real estate, goals-wise, I really wasn't. We were just living day to day. However, it was waking up at 2 p.m., going out. I don't drink, but still, going out, being in that scene and everything. Didn't have any future plans for children, really much before, where I wanted to be at a certain time in life. Our relationship wasn't the best. We were little young kids. Before real estate, yes. Working collections, working just these random customer service jobs that weren't making us happy, hated getting up, going to work.
And you were working 2 jobs or 3 jobs at one time?
Oh, I had like 3 jobs at that time.
3 jobs at any
I was working
given time.
3 jobs. I was a server, I was in collections, and then there was a point in time I was working at like a nursing home, and I think I worked at like a bra store one time. Yeah, so had a lot of jobs. So really, it was just really fast-paced working, no time, no breathing.
We were still somehow living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah, that too. We were still living paycheck to paycheck. Don't understand how that is to this day, but And then we had an Anai. So I think we had Anai.
We had our first daughter.
Yeah, our first daughter.
Child.
First child,
Anai.
I think we were still working at collections, but then you were starting to kind of get more towards real estate. And then...
So then we started developing a plan, right? Because at that point...
I'm not good at this, so...
No, you're good,
Okay.
you're good. This is part of it. So we develop a plan, and the plan is to get me to quit my full-time job so that I can go into real estate full-time.
Which at that point, we sold a house. We sold the first house that you bought, took the profit from it, paid off whatever debt we had, moved back down to Lakewood where, our family was at to get help, bought another house. And then I think within like a year, I think you quit full time. I actually believe I had just had Isaiah not too long before that. Yeah, maybe like 6 months prior. Had our second child, our son, Isaiah. And then you quit real estate, or you quit your full-time job and then went into real estate full-time. After getting out of customer service jobs and being off for about 6 months, after I had my son, I went into title with Homestead Title. Loved it. Loved title, actually. So super grateful that I had the opportunity, because that helped me learn the middle side of the transaction, and it ultimately just helped me when I had the opportunity then, or we had the opportunity for me to quit and then start building the team. It had me, I knew more things about real estate starting. So, we already had the goal of you being in real estate full time. But the problem was still, when you started real estate full time, I was kind of like a single mom, pretty much. I'm gonna cry. 2 kids at home by myself, losing my mind, not being able to talk to anyone. Our communication was bad, very unhealthy, just like physically. And that was like that, I would probably say like a few years in to you starting real estate full time. So it was a little difficult, but somehow we managed to get through it. And I think after we started making the decision of me quitting and working with you, I think that's where things started getting better, personal development wise and everything. But it was very rough for the first few years of you starting real estate full time.
So it was obviously having a huge impact on you.
Yeah.
I was working all the time.
Yeah.
And we tried the whole, hey, I'll work and you stay at home. And
that didn't work.
was not what you wanted, right?
I lost my mind even more.
That is not what you wanted at all.
No.
You wanted to be a part of something. You wanted to do something with yourself, right? In that sense. Again, you love title, but at that point, we both decided that it would probably be best to get me some help and for you to be able to be a part of something else rather than just being at home type of thing, right? Or working at title even.
I think a lot of it just was, my paycheck wasn't much, and so we factored that into, is it gonna make more sense for you to hire an assistant or for me to start with you? And ultimately, being able to start with you, our communication started getting better because we were seeing each other more, it was something that we were building together. I think I started with you May of 2016, if I'm correct. And I think I was an assistant / TC / everything, maybe for about a year until we hired our first agent. And then I was still pretty much everything. It was scary at first. I remember having a conversation with you, like, we don't just have to worry about ourselves now. We have a team and we are providing, growth for them and, a career for them. So we are now responsible for more than us and our family. It was a little scary and nerve-wracking. After hiring our first agent, I feel like we kind of started slowly realizing that more where we were at, there was an opportunity for a lot of growth, not just for us, but it would be hard for us to be able to stay and grow a team. I think a lot of it was just finding different ways to restructure, just in general, and figure out what was going to work best for us to get more than just one agent on the team, and grow. Like, what did we do? We started putting systems in place. That's what you did. Yeah, it's like, we started systems. You started preparing yourself to be a team lead. I started preparing myself to manage and make sure that the team's running smoothly, and then after that, I would say we were able to hire, I think, 2 more agents. And ultimately, I think like a catalyst would be when we started coaching with Danny, because then we had more systems, we had more of a structure on like, oh, this is what we have to do to start a team, this is the best way to do it, and it was proven by somebody who was able to do it. So really a lot of it was just being coachable as well and just applying systems.
I love that. That's amazing because we needed someone from the outside looking in to let us know what the next natural progression is, right? And get out of our own feelings and our own, whatever blocks that we had. And
even that alone, that was scary too. I'll just put this in here because I remember you coming to me and it's like, Danny started a coaching program. Should we do it? It's this amount. And that amount back then, it's like, oh my goodness, we're still paycheck to paycheck because, just starting, with the team and, giving away buyers and, it was a little scary, but, I just remember telling you, like, is it going to improve our business? And if so, we'll find a way to make up the money. It'll come to us no matter what. So yeah, and it did. So
yeah, and that was a huge, huge victory because I had your support and it was scary for me. And so when we both decided on it, it was like, okay, we can do this together.
Yeah. Mind you, people, because everyone asks us this, and I'm just going to put it in there. How's it like to work with your husband? Well, a little rocky at first, but then you get there.
You have to figure out system and dynamic, right?
Yeah. And roles more so. So anybody asking that question, there was a lot of role identification in a lot of this process. So, shortly after, coming to Keller Williams, we were able to hire our first assistant or your first assistant. We were able to grow the team, within a year and a half, being with Keller Williams and with those systems in place. So a lot of it, we just blessed with growth, not being afraid to take that next step in order to grow, to the point now we have 6, agents on our team and, 3 admin, including me. And yeah, so a lot of it was just feeling really blessed that also we are able to help others grow as well. I think that's like the biggest thing is that we I don't know how to put it. What did I tell you that one time? We're pretty much we lead by example, and in return, it's going to help other people be successful. So that's one of the things I love the most. What I love about us the most is that we're not scared to show anybody our process or our systems, because there's enough for everybody. And ultimately, that could lead to other opportunities for you too. So where does life look like now? Well, from before real estate, I'm about 50 pounds less, so that's nice. Our relationship is fantastic. We both have done so much self-growth over the past few years. The past year has been the most. So our relationship is great, fantastic, if you want to put words on it. Life at home is perfect. We get to spend time with kids. I'm gonna cry again. Yeah, just overall. I didn't think that we would be where we are now. Thinking back to 2 crazy kids that met in high school, to have what we have. So, just grateful. But yeah, and just moving towards more ways to grow and eventually be financially free, so we ultimately can spend whatever time we want with our kids and our families.
Stop, you're gonna make me cry.
I told you.
Okay,
It's funny though, because Renee, they don't see Heart to Heart Renee a lot. So they're like, oh, she cries.
Let's see. So, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned throughout this entire process?
Good question. I think a lot of it just has to do with setting your goals and knowing that you can achieve anything that you want in life, and you can have anything you want in life. You just have to see yourself be that person. So,
perfect. All right. Anything else that you'd like to leave everyone with?
For the general public, just working with the Elevate Ave Group, is that we truly care about our clients and their well-being and helping them get in a home, that they love. It's not about a paycheck. It's not about anything like that. We're truly here to help and service everyone, our team. Just super grateful for everyone on it. Grateful for leadership for Jose, because I know everyone says, oh yeah, well, the team doesn't run without you. Well, it seriously will not run without Jose. So grateful for you, just everyone on there, and just everyone helping and putting in the work.